Ladies and gentlemen, happy new week and welcome back once again to Frontliner YouTube channel. And as usual, I'm going to be your host and thank you so much for your great support always on this platform. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like our videos. Now, my fellow Kenyans, I keep on reminding you on this platform of Frontliner TV that the political class in the Republic of Kenya have already taken its shape ahead of 2027 election between opposition leaders and Kenya Kwanza government and a broad-based. And many people always disagree with me that, siasa bado ijaanza, mara nini. It is true. The political class have already taken its shape ahead of 2027 election, and both opposition and Kenya Kwanza government are now preparing themselves as a factor and also as a force ahead of 2027 election, because as I'm talking to you right now, KTN News have now exposed the dark secret of President William Samoei Ruto reaching out to the Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka secretly so that Kalonzo Musyoka can be his running mate ahead of 2027 election, because William Samoei Ruto have realized that Raila Amolo Odinga will not help him in the next general election. Raila hatamsaidia because number one, Ruto have already divided ODM. They are now busy abusing one another each and every time. Raila Amolo Odinga have already loses his popularity in terms of politics in the Republic of Kenya. Raila Amolo Odinga have already loses his two kingship bases. One, Western region. Two, Kisii, Nyamira, that is now under Matiang'i, while Western is now under George Natembeya Tawe movement. That is the reality that is now on the ground, that William Samoei Ruto have sensed danger that one term is reality ahead of 2027 election because of the pressure that opposition leaders together with the citizens in the Republic of Kenya are now trying to pile against this government ahead of 2027 election. And before we proceed with this analysis, I want you to watch the video of KTN News exposing President William Samoei Ruto trying to reach out to Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka secretly so that they can work together ahead of 2027 election. Watch this video.
KTN News can exclusively confirm that President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration has been quietly dispatching emissaries to court Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, urging him to join the coalition ahead of the 2027 general election. Now, sources reveal that Kalonzo, who has remained firmly in the opposition despite the formation of a broad-based government, has been offered a tempting deal: the position of Ruto's running mate on the 2027 ticket. As our senior political affairs reporter Chris Thairo now reports, the biggest political litmus test facing President Ruto as he eyes a second term is the delicate decision of who will be his deputy, with experts predicting that the current deputy president, Professor Kindiki, is likely to be dropped, and Ruto forced to consider a running mate from either the Western or Nyanza regions.
Even as President William Ruto and his inner circle grapple with the reality of dwindling public support compared to the 2022 wave that swept him into State House, a defining political test looms just 24 months to the next general election, deciding who will be his running mate at the ballot. Given the dwindling popularity of the president in Mount Kenya region since the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, and because this is where his deputy Professor Kindiki hails from, political pundits argue that it will be highly unlikely that the president will pick Kindiki as his running mate come 2027.
If he maintains Kindiki, that would be to his own disadvantage. It's a tragedy also for William Ruto to retain and maintain Kindiki.
If the Mount Kenya will be as lost then as it is today, it will make no sense to retain Kindiki as running mate.
In 2022, Ruto harvested over 2.9 million votes from the Mount Kenya bloc, dwarfing Raila Odinga's 848,000 votes. But with growing resentment in the region, the Kenya Kwanza camp has now turned its eyes south to the Kamba vote and Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka. With more than 1.4 million votes in Ukambani, insiders say plan is to offer Kalonzo Musyoka the running mate slot, a move aimed at neutralizing opposition firepower.
Mimi tunaambia Kalonzo aanze kufikiria, akae na huyu ndugu yake huyu, atafutiwe nafasi kubwa katika Kenya ili awe mtu ya maana katika nchi Kenya.
Unaona huyu wa Munyoro, ile maneno atafanyia Kalonzo hajui sahi.
But Kalonzo's fierce response on social media left no room for ambiguity, vowing not to join the Kenya Kwanza administration, and I quote, "I will never join this rogue and criminal regime. I refuse to engage in dialogue with a government that has our children's blood on its hands," signing off with the hashtag #OneTermIsrael.
Imagine wakisema wanatangaza kila Kalonzo anaenda kuingia serikali. Watafute Kalonzo mwingine sio huyu wa Musyoka. Ate niingiliana na Ruto. Mimi.
Another wild card in the succession arithmetic is the unexpected bromance between Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga, with speculation rife that Ruto might fish for a running mate from Nyanza, with Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga emerging as a possible pick. However, this arithmetic might be hard to sell, given that Nyanza region is still divided on whether to support President Ruto's quest for a second term in office. As per the 2022 polls, Raila swept the Nyanza vote with over 1.4 million votes compared to William Ruto's, who managed 70,000 votes.
So that is the statement that have been well researched, well analyzed to achieve something in the political class in the Republic of Kenya between opposition leaders and Kenya Kwanza government and a broad-based. And I keep on reminding you on this platform that, ladies and gentlemen, nothing is impossible in politics. Hakuna kenye nakuanga ngumu, so long as the interests of the politician converge, so long as the interest of a politician is being served, watu watafanya kazi. Watu watafanya kazi, and that is the reason why Rigathi Gachagua is so afraid of announcing their candidate. Hawataki kusema kama ni Gachagua, ama ni Kalonzo, ama ni Matiang'i, ama ni Eugene Wamalwa, ama ni Martha Karua, ama ni Cleophas Malala, ama ni nani. Because they know very well that the moment that they will announce that so and so is their candidate that is going to challenge President William Samoei Ruto on the ballot box, that is the day that William Samoei Ruto will look and will try to find a wonderful strategy on how they can make sure that they buy that candidate. Watamwaga pesa kwake, wamwambie wenda tu fanye hivi, then mambo itakuwa sawa sawa. It is true. Hakuna kenye nakonga ngumu kwa siasa. Who knew that Raila angefanya kazi na Ruto? I keep on reminding you this one. Watu wengine wao wananitusi ati wewe unadanganya, mara unafanya nini? No, it is true. It is something that is on the public domain. It is something that have been witnessed before in the previous government. There is nothing that can stop Kalonzo Musyoka to work with William Samoei Ruto. There is nothing that can stop Raila Amolo Odinga to work with Rigathi Gachagua. Hakuna. Those people can still work. So Ruto have sensed that the one-term narrative is reality. Ashaona huyu mzee hata nisaidia. Because ODM leaders are now is busy abusing one another each and every time. Left, right, and center. Nyanza region, people are now fighting among themselves. Huko Nyanza, Raila Amolo Odinga amebaki na wafuasi wake quarter because of what is happening. So, mark my words. Kalonzo Musyoka is going to be the running mate of President William Samoei Ruto because the NIS, a few days ago, the NIS under William Samoei Ruto's government exposed how opposition leaders are going to work. That is Kalonzo, Gachagua, Matiang'i, Maraga, and many other leaders under DCP party. Then the following, after that day, after exposing Kalonzo Musyoka as the president, KTN News have now exposed what is happening. How President William Samoei Ruto is now secretly meeting Kalonzo Musyoka so that they can work together, begging, not even begging Kalonzo Musyoka It is something that have been on the public domain. Hata mshaona Kindiki akisema ati ushaona Kalonzo akitutusi. Hapana, and it is true. Kalonzo huwa atusi serikali. Same to Faruk Kibet. Aliambia Kalonzo Musyoka, ati Kalonzo, wewe kuja tufanye kazi huku. Toka kwa opposition leaders, kuja tufanye huku, tukutafutie kiti before 2027, tutakupea. And it is true. Kiti iko hapo. Si wao mnaona? Kimani Chungwa wana praise Kalonzo Musyoka. Ruto ana praise Kalonzo Musyoka. Faruk Kibet, Oscar Sudi. So there is a game plan. There is a game plan between Kalonzo Musyoka and William Samoei Ruto ahead of 2027 election, and it is high time for Gachagua, Matiang'i, Martha Karua to sit down and have a crisis meeting on how they can work on this matter of President William Samoei Ruto reaching out to beg Kalonzo Musyoka secretly so that they can work together in the next general election, because you need to remember that Kalonzo Musyoka had 2 million votes in his region. Akona 2 million votes, Gachagua akona 4 million votes, Matiang'i 1 million, Nyanza sijui inakuanga 600 ama ngapi. Sijui, and I don't know what to make President William Samoei Ruto to go for Raila Amolo Odinga and left Gachagua. So Kindiki is also afraid. That is our next analysis. Kindiki is in total panic after William Samoei Ruto have now leaked information of making the governor of Homa Bay County, Gladys Wanga, to be his running mate ahead of 2027 election, so that wafuasi wa Raila Amolo Odinga wanaweza pigia William Samoei Ruto kura. So there is a looming split in UDA party between Ruto and Kindiki, and also Raila ahead of 2027 election. Tuonane baadaye, and please consider liking our videos, commenting on them, subscribing, sharing our videos, and don't forget to click notification bell for more updates daily, so that whenever we publish a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you that Team Frontliner have uploaded something new on their platform. May God bless you, Kenya.